Okay, here we are with Brian again, and he's going to give us a little more insight to another new weapon from TaylorMade Golf.
Yeah, this is a product that's called RBZ Max, RocketBallz Max. So this is for a player that really, wants all the best technology and can afford to get it. When I talk to you about RocketBallz long irons and using metalwood construction to get more distance, this set uses it throughout the entire, from the pitching wedge all the way to the long irons. The shape changes in the long irons. It becomes a little bit more like a rescue, a little bit wider sole, even a CG that's lower and further back to get that high trajectory. But they all use metalwood construction. So I actually have here a long iron and a mid iron, and I'm really showing you the guts of the product. It shows a very thin face, unsupported, like I talked about in the RocketBallz segment, and really optimized for speed. And then finally, what you can't see right here is in the sole we have tungsten weighting in the heel and toe. So that allows us to, again, move the center of gravity down to get the trajectory up, but the heel and toe also makes it more stable. So it's an extremely forgiving golf club. So it's long and forgiving. And then, of course, we treat it with the sound treatment to make it feel fantastic. So it's a set that, if you want the most amount of speed and distance in your game, you're going to want RocketBallz Max, RBZ Max.
Now, would this be something that if a player decided he wanted to mix and match, and he wanted short irons from one set, maybe go RocketBallz in some mid irons, and then go the Max in the long irons, would that be something they'd be able to do?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I think we'll find some great players, maybe even tour players, using RocketBallz Max long irons in their set. Of course, and you gearheads out there want to look at all the specs and make sure that the trajectories make sense and fit throughout your bag. But I'll tell you right now, even one thing that we're doing in this set is we're using graphite in the long irons. No matter if you get a steel set or want a steel set, you're going to want graphite in the long irons for this set because it gives you half degree more launch angle, 300 RPMs more spin. That, along with the speed, gives you a performance that, it's not a rescue performance, but it's something that's very accurate and very high flying and very far.
And there's always somebody out there who doesn't hit his woods or his rescues nearly as well as maybe his long irons for whatever reason.
Yep.
He's got more confidence. So to be able to get almost rescue distance out of the Max, then it makes sense to throw that in your bag.
Exactly. You're right on it. I mean, to give you that trajectory, that speed, and a flight that's very accurate, because it has no bulge and roll. It's a flat-faced iron. So you get the benefits of that in an iron, but the benefits of the speed and trajectory of a rescue.
Now, what lofts the long iron is going to come in the Max?
In the Max, we're looking at about 20 degrees in the 4-iron. So we wanted to match the loft with the trajectory and launch and spin that we get. We're getting to a point now where, the loft on the bottom of the club in a metalwood or even in an iron, it doesn't have the same relevance that it did in the past, because we're using different constructions and different CGs and getting different trajectories that if you use traditional lofts, you would have an unplayable ball flight.
Sure.
And I encourage you guys to try that.
We're seeing out on tour more of the, what I would call athlete-type players. Not that they're not all athletes, but some are a little more athletic-looking than others. A Gary Woodland, sorry to throw that name out there.
Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, exactly, DJ. But they're starting to put driving irons in their bag.
Right.
Maybe not carrying even a fairway metal at times based on the golf course. So they might be able to put the Max in the bag.
They have two great options, the RocketBallz iron, the long iron, and the RocketBallz Max long iron, both of which are fantastic long iron options that give you a different performance.
Good. Well, all right. We're looking forward again to seeing this and how it reacts both on the tour and for our guys on Golf WRX. Thanks, Brian.
You got it.